Grand Theft Auto series has continuously impressed the gaming community for many years, with titles receiving massive critical acclaim and providing engaging gameplay experiences like no other. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the most recent title, Grand Theft Auto 5. Published in 2013 by Rockstar Games and developed by Rockstar North, the game was widely anticipated and upon release broke industry sales records and earned nearly 800 million in the first day and $1 billion in its first 3 days. It proudly holds the title of the second best-selling game of all time and has earned over $6 billion in revenue. Now obviously, this game was a massive hit when it first launched and will still continue to thrive to this day. But 8 years later, does this game still hold up? Does it deserve that place in 2021? Is it still fun to play? And is it worth buying in 2021? Well, today, I hope to answer all of those questions and more as we delve into the world of Los Santos. Now, before we get into the video, YouTube law requires me to ask you guys to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content in today's video. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Let's get into it. The game is set within the fictional state of San Andreas, primarily in the city of Los Santos. This was also previously visited in GTA San Andreas. However, unlike any other previous titles, in GTA 5 the story takes you through the perspectives of 3 diverse characters, Michael Townley, Franklin Clinton and Trevor Phillips, and the story ends up revolving around their lives of crime. Now, to any of you who are wondering, don't worry, there aren't any major spoilers ahead, so you're good to keep watching. The story mode is really engaging and fun to play, even without the access of multiplayer. There are loads of unique, funny, weird, and just in general fun missions that you can try out, which will leave you wanting more and more every time you play through it. Even when you've finished with all of that, there are tons of Easter eggs, collectibles, and just miscellaneous tasks you can do to keep you entertained long after you finish the game. And there are so many diverse characters and interesting people you can meet and interact with in the world. It's unbelievably detailed, and I would highly recommend that you try it out, because so many people play the game nowadays just for its online segment, but every once in a while it's nice to go back to the campaign and just try it out, give it a shot. It's still pretty fun to this day. Overall, the story mode is pretty solid even today, and it has many twists and turns, and it just provides a one-of-a-kind experience you can't really, you can't even describe. You won't regret playing it, I guarantee you that. If you only play GTA for online, as I said, I highly recommend that you do check it out. My only grievances with story mode now is that they no longer update content, and the promised story mode DLC doesn't seem to be coming anymore. They don't update the content anymore, so before you used to get the cars and that online would have in story mode, but they've stopped doing that for some reason. And as I said, that new DLC seems unlikely. But besides that, story mode is absolutely great, and you should 100% give it a shot. Grand Theft Auto Online is now the main focus of the game. You basically create a new character separate from story mode and engage in various activities online based upon your choosing. It's filled with hundreds of different missions and activities that you can choose to do. And as well, it's just fun for general pissing about. Now, Rockstar have continuously added free DLC to the game for the last 7 years, and this mostly serves to improve the experience and just make the game more fun. So this section will probably be the main flesh of the video, so there's so much to talk about, and because of this I'm going to split it down into 3 different sections. And if you are unfamiliar with the game, I do recommend you watch everything. But if there is a specific spot you would like to skip to, I do have timestamps in the description, or you can just use the little slider thing to go between the different chapters. Anyways, let's get into it. Freemode is where most people will tend to just chill out and do their thing. And if you have a lot of friends with GTA, this is most likely where you're going to be spending your time. Here, you and up to 30 other players can interact freely in Los Santos and mess around, complete different events, work on businesses, and just engage in warfare, because why not? Killing each other's fun. Unfortunately, nowadays, most people in Freemode stick to killing each other on these fucking things. Yeah, why was this added to the game, I don't know. But that doesn't mean Freemode still can't be fun. Especially if you've got friends, Freemode can be a hell of a time. So what is there to do in GTA Online besides Freemode? Well, there's tons of fun game modes that you can try out, such as missions, different jobs, and heists. Now, this game is packed with content. Anyone who plays this game will tell you that. There are thousands upon thousands of missions, such as races, adversary modes, death matches, heists, and even more, to have some fun and make a little money doing so. Now, players can even create their own jobs that they'd like to submit in the Rockstar Creator, but I'm not going to be touching on that too much in this video. And then these can be submitted to the Social Club app, and then people just bookmark them, and then they can play them for themselves. Some classic examples of these player created ones include Runners vs Entornos, Insurgents vs RPGs, Kuruma vs Minigun, and Snipers vs Stunters, among many, many more. Now, Rockstar themselves have added many missions and new types of jobs, often releasing these with new seasonal updates, but they're varying in popularity, so it'll be easier to find lobbies in, let's say, stunt races than finding a parachuting group with you. Because, to be fair, who plays parachuting? I don't know. It's just not for me. Anyway, next session. So, you've had your fun in Freemode, you've messed around with your friends in submissions, and you've played the story. But, in online, how do I make any money? Well, this is what I'm going to be talking about now. So, it'll probably be no surprise to any of you, but to get anywhere in this world, you need money. And luckily for you, in this game, you pursue a life of crime, so that makes it a bit easier. Yeah, it's not great. Making money in this game is pretty tedious and pretty grindy today, and unless you become this guy and take grinding in GTA as a full-time job, or resort to doing money glitches or exploits which could potentially get you sanctioned, making money is probably going to be a large portion of your online experience. Now, don't get me wrong, there's loads of fun ways to make money in the game, and I have previously made a guide on businesses, by the way, link in the top right. And you know, this can help, but with increasing prices and low paying businesses and missions, it might be overwhelming to some new players to know what to do, and you might feel like you've fallen behind. Now, most people fall into this trap and believe the only way out is to spend that hard-earned cash on shark cards. But personally, that's not my thing. What I would personally recommend is playing some heists with your friends, such as the original apartment heist, the casino heist, or the brand new Cayo Perico heist that was included in the latest update. They're very fun, replayable missions that rely on teamwork and coordination to achieve your goals of ill-gotten wealth. As I said, these are really fun, and I would highly recommend that you and a group of your friends take them on, because honestly, it's just really fun to do. Now, a lot of people are going to be asking you about stuff such as Bogdans and whatnot, but I would recommend, personally, you take on the original apartment heists first, do those, and just do them in the order they were released, because the original ones get so overlooked nowadays because of the newer ones, which are much better paying. But the original apartment heists are so fun, and to me at least, that holds a bit of value for its nostalgia, and you know how it made me want to play the game more and more when I first came to it. And those apartment heists were really fun. Just playing with some friends and whatnot back in the day. We'd try out the challenges, all of that. So I just like to, just a little note, do give them a shot. Don't overlook them just because the other ones pay more. Last thing to note on this topic is that often you'll have double money weekends and or triple money weekends or whatever, or you'll just have different challenges for different heists or jobs or missions or businesses. So if you take advantage of these, it can make your money making experience much easier. Overall, I think the game is not given enough credit these days. It certainly has its issues, don't get me wrong, but it's still an unforgettable experience that I don't think you'll regret trying. It's definitely one of the most expansive open world games of the 21st century, and I think I'd be hard pressed, and I think you could agree with me, we'd all be hard pressed to find anything that could come close to rivaling it. The game has got so much to do, and there's got so much content in this vast world that you can explore, and you'll always have something new to try out. Seriously, if you haven't played the game in a while, launch it up with some friends and try out some of the older adversary modes or missions. There's so much content that's been forgotten about, but once you try it, you'll soon realize they pack an explosive punch of fun for you and all of your friends. No, really, I mean it. Like, you might, think I'm crazy or whatnot for talking about the old adversary modes from when the game first came out or whatever. But seriously, me and some of my friends like a couple weeks back were bored, we went on GTA, we didn't have a whole lot to do. We were like, hey, let's try some of the older adversary modes. And we were glued to them for hours. They are so fun, especially with your friends. Like, they offer so much of a different experience compared to what's available nowadays, but they're just forgotten about and overlooked, so don't forget those. With all of that being said, if you did enjoy this style of content, please do drop a like and leave a comment down below. And consider dropping a sub if you want to see more content like this. Now that's going to be all for today's video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and also I hope that this video helped you out, whether you wanted convincing whether to come back to GTA, or whether you wanted to decide whether or not you should buy it. The answer is yes. Now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.